did it. Hello there. I was just enjoying some of my veggies. I'm back. I think we should probably make a video on veggie juicing. What do you think, Lola? I'll take that as a yes. Lola and I love veggies. And you can't find them on trees. You have to go to the grocery store. So we're gonna make it a lot simpler to get your dosage, and we're gonna teach you how to juice them properly. Come with me and Lola, let's go. I love carrots.
What we're focusing on today is not mixing too much of the veggies with the fruit. It seems to have a more negative reaction with your system, as fruit you're supposed to have on an empty stomach. So for today we've got carrots, gala apples, cucumber, celery, a pear, and lemon, and all of the ingredients here are organic. Organic isn't necessary, but it definitely helps because you don't have the extra residue from the pesticides resting on the veggies. Oh, and I forgot ginger! Everyone loves a ginger. You might be curious why pears and apples are okay to mix in with these veggies, but you can't have other things like blueberries or raspberries or strawberries or even frozen food. The main reason for that is the enzymes required to digest apples and pears are really similar to digesting vegetables, whereas other fruits might require more of your system and therefore it's actually going to upset it. But that being said, it's really important you do it in a specific order so that you don't end up with chunkies. First things first, you have to make sure that you've actually got a cover for your juicer. Nothing is worse than getting an explosion of veggies come out at your face or your ceiling when you're trying to make a juice. Got 6 chunks of carrots here, so we're gonna split it up kind of like into thirds, I guess is the easiest way to explain it. Starting with carrots, you're then gonna move on and do a little bit of celery, followed by some apple and then some pear. What you're really going for is kind of a mixture of the harder vegetables to juice, followed by something soft or stringy. For example, the celery is really, really good for pushing down some of the apples that might get stuck because their skin's still on. If you're inclined to peel your apples or your pears, they are going to juice a little bit more accurately, but at the same time, it's really not worth the effort if you've got a good quality juicer. Starting with the carrots, you're then going to move on. You're going to go ahead and do a little bit of celery, then you're going to go ahead and do the apples, and then you're going to do some pear. After the pear, you're going to do a little bit more celery. Make sure that's all pushed through. Ensure you wrap the parsley in the Swiss chard. Because of the way parsley is, it will actually just go right through the system and you'll totally waste it unless you wrap it inside a bigger leaf that actually does get juiced by the juicer. When you go to put this in the juicer, it's a little bit more secure, and that way you're actually going to get some juice out of the parsley and the Swiss chard. Then go ahead and put in 2 carrots in at a time. Follow that with some cucumber. You're probably back to some apples or pears at this point. Then you're going to finish with celery, and lastly, cucumber. This is the easiest thing for the juicing system to handle. The whole premise of this is that you detoxify and alkalize your system, but you also have to think about the fiber you're removing, and you have to replace that in another means. So whether that's psyllium husk or eating more beans, or it's just making sure that you're getting a conscious amount, like about 30 to 35 grams of fiber per day. All right, so when you actually get the juice, it's gonna come out in layers, similar to tiramisu. You actually have to stir this. It's gonna end up being kind of a muddy, greeny brown color. That's because of the carrots. If you didn't have the carrots in there, it'd be a nice vibrant green. Believe it or not, these actually taste pretty good. So there you have it. Make sure when you pour this, it's gonna be from the side, not at the front, or else you could lose a lot of your juice. And you're gonna wanna do it in sections. So maybe put half in your mason jar, give it a little break, and then put half in the next mason jar. And by doing that, you're going to guarantee that both of the people drinking this juice aren't going to get shafted and get a nasty dose of something that they didn't want. But you can see what I mean about the color. Like, it's really not that appetizing. But I promise you're going to feel amazing after drinking this. In addition to the lemon seeds that happened in there by accident, because I already squeezed this in before, I'm going to give them a little shake just with a basic mason jar lid. That'll make sure that, again, no chunkies. That's really our objective with juicing. It's not called chunking. All you're gonna do is put it on your mason jar. Please do make sure that it actually fits. You've put a lot of work into this juice. You really do want to drink it. Shake it, shaker. Shake it, shaker. However you want. All right, and I think we're ready to go ahead and drink it. So be prepared for an extra dose of about 3 to 6 hours of extra energy. This also will help you to stave off your next meal because it does provide the nutrients that you need. However, Calorie-wise, it's not going to provide a ton of energy. Drink up in addition to your food. Do it 15-20 minutes before, and you will notice a difference. I call it the twinkle. That's pretty good. It's actually kind of sweet too, despite that it looks like something you might have gotten out of Earthet's Bog. Merry Christmas and enjoy. Love the Lawlor Carey household. Nobody likes the chunkies.
Let's try it out. In a moment. We're not done yet.